So what was the intention of the musical direction of Ticket to Mayhem? Slow down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that was recorded in Florida, in Tampa, Florida, at Morris Sound Studio. But the songwriting was all done up here in the States. Not sure really what was the piece of the puzzle that brought it into a slower pace, like you're saying. But I think it's the second favorite most popular Whiplash album.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's Power and Pain and Ticket to Mayhem. But some of them are overlooked, and people should really look at some of the other songs, because there's a lot of good songs. And I think the one thing that separates Whiplash from some other bands is the theory that I learned in music college, where I can write songs that sound completely different from each other. When some bands that don't know theory, every song sounds very similar. Where we have a wide variety of songs, we different, and I like that. I want people to hear a different variety in every song, and not every song not sound the same, and that's something that I stand by.
So do you have any plan to re-release those run-up albums, Power and Pain? Do you have any problems, the legal problems?
We have been getting many offers for licensing deals, and we're working with someone on the West Coast also in Los Angeles. But we have actually, to avoid any legal problems, we have re-recorded 5 songs from the first 2 albums. Burning of Atlanta. One of the songs was on a movie soundtrack called Hellion is the movie, and Burning of Atlanta opens the movie. And the reviews of the movie started out saying that about the music, and saying how it opens with the guitar playing, like furious guitar or something like that. And that was pretty cool, because it didn't even talk about the movie. It opened up the review of the movie with the guitar playing, which was really cool. I was really shocked, but proud.
Has it been already published, the movie?
Yes, Hellion's out. And the song Burning of Atlanta, but the scene opens up with these skateboarding kids setting fire to the guy's car, his truck. So the truck is burning up in flames, and Burning of Atlanta is playing as the soundtrack. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, actually a few years ago, I read the article that you are re-recording the songs from the first 2 albums.
We did, yeah. And that was done with a drummer from London, England, Dan Ford, who is an excellent drummer. He's from a band, SIGH, SYKTH, progressive band.
SIGH,
Yeah.
So are the songs just for the movie? Will you release it on?
I might release them, yeah. They're mixed and finished. There's 5, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but we have 5 new songs recorded and 5 old songs. So we have 10 songs finished, but I'm not sure when I'm going to release them or exactly what I'm going to do with them yet, but they're done.
Still, Runner has the rights to those albums.
They have rights to the master recordings.
So you can re-record them, but...
Right. As long as we re-record them, they're ours again.
And you kind of kept changing your style after you suffered the injury. So was it because the thrash metal was having hard times, or was it strictly personal?
It was personal. I think I was just playing what I felt, And we still do some of those songs. There's a song in the set we did last night. I'm not sure if it's on the set list tonight, but it's called This, which is not so much speed metal thrash, but it's very melodic. One of my favorite songs to play live. But and the crowd response is good, So I try to lean towards giving the fans what they want, but you always have to be happy with what you're playing. So I tend to do both, and it's like a juggling act, you know. You have to be happy, and they have to make everyone else happy as well.
And the next question is a little bit touchy, so if you don't want to answer, we can skip it.
I think I know. Go ahead.
Yes. What do you want? What did you want to express with the song Hiroshima?
Oh, you know, I was young at the time, and I didn't think that was the question you were going to ask. But yeah, I was young at the time, and it was sort of like the first maybe political song, I guess you could say, that I wrote. And I look back and I regret writing that. I really do. And, you know, it was something that I did when I was 20 years old, you know, in my 20s. And I do regret that, but I'm glad I could come here and everyone, all the Japanese fans, I guess they overlook that, or they just see, you know, what I'm all about and understand I'm here for you to make you happy and forget about all your problems, and I want to play and I want you to have a good time, you know. So I do regret writing that song, you know, but what can I do? It's done.
It's already out.
I'm not going to play it tonight.
Okay, so could you tell us your favorite guitarist and vocalist?
My favorite guitarist is Ritchie Blackmore, and before I started writing my own songs, I was copying all his songs and his leads. And I think if you listen close, you'll hear an influence of his in my guitar leads. My favorite screamer is Ian Gillan. And Deep Purple is my favorite band of all time. My favorite song is Burn.
Oh, yes.
And I met Ritchie Blackmore's son.
Oh, his son.
Yeah, Jürgen. And I was hanging out with him for a while. That's when I met a drummer, Charlie Zeleny, who was playing with Joe Lynn Turner's band. And then he joined Whiplash for a while until I got Tony Scaglione back on drums. So, yeah, he's another amazing drummer. He's very, very talented.
So could you name your all-time, top 3, your go-to albums?
2 of them would probably be Deep Purple albums, Burn, and let's see, In Rock. I love In Rock, and probably a Rainbow album.
Which one?
The first one, Rainbow Rising.
So what about your future plan? Whiplash future plan?
Yeah, let's see. Well, I want to keep playing live because when it gets stagnant and we stop playing live, it tends to feel like a job, like you have to get back in the swing of it again. So as long as I play live and I keep constant, then it's fun, but when it turns into a job, it's difficult to stay positive. So as long as I keep busy, that's what I want to do, and we have some songs recorded. I want to write some new songs now that Tony Scaglione's back in the band, and I'll always strive to get back to the Power and Pain style. So hopefully, we could get back in the studio and record some new stuff that sounds like or comes close to be comparable to Power and Pain, because that's what the people want, and all we want to do is make everyone happy.
Okay. So for the last, could you give the message to the Japanese fans, to the camera?
Arigato. Thank you very much for having us here. Mikitoshi, thank you very much. We couldn't have done it without you. And we're just so happy to be here. And the fans are great. They're great. The show last night was fantastic. I did a flip into the crowd after the last song, and they carried me all over and pushed me back up on stage. And Brian from Canada made sure that I landed on my feet. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Japan. Love you. I can't wait to come back. I would move here and live here.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.